Where is the new lore? Where are the new heroes? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. And where is all the new stuff? So let's just go back in time. It actually was BlizzCon last year, so early November, when we got the last major update to Overwatch in terms of new lore and new heroes. Because what we got is obviously Sombra. New hero, yes, obviously that's beautiful, but also we got new lore with the Sombra cinematic. We got the whole interaction of Sombra and Volskaya, and then Volskaya and Zarya. So Zarya basically, what we believe, being sent out on a mission to go and deal with Sombra. So Zarya's got beef with Sombra. Sombra controls Volskaya because Sombra's got dirt on her, and all of that good stuff.
Do you know why you are here?
I believe I do.
It was a marked change in the way Overwatch's story is being delivered. It's now in the present. It's not in the past. It's not, oh yeah, this is a video telling us about something which has happened in the past, or this is some sort of update which points to this. It's no, this is now present. We've done all of the history stuff. We are now present, which is awesome. But we've literally had nothing since BlizzCon in that department. Yes, we've had Winter Wonderland. Yes, we've had Year of the Rooster. They are great, but they are content updates. They're basically new skins and like a new game mode. It's not new Overwatch lore, is it? It's not new Overwatch heroes or anything like that. So let's talk about new heroes. Now, I think Blizzard have probably got the message from the Sombra ARG, which went on for absolutely ages and ages and ages. And I think, well, maybe calling it a fiasco is not fair, but I think what happened, if you look back at that whole thing, is maybe they were going to release Sombra a little bit earlier. But then they couldn't for whatever reason, and then the ARG kind of had to be prolonged a little bit longer, and yeah, or she was always going to be released at BlizzCon because that's their major sort of event in the year, and the ARG was just solved too quickly. Like, they didn't think it would be solved as fast, and that maybe could have been a thing. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So maybe that means they've stepped away from doing like long drawn out announcements, and we're just going to kind of go back to the way Anna was announced, where it was just like one day, oh my god, there's an Anna comic, there's an Anna intro cinematic, and by the way, Anna is actually on the PTR Go and Player. That was a bit mad. Like, we never really expected it to happen like that, and then to get Sombra straight after that, which was this massive sort of drawn out thing, and now the next hero Doomfist, wherever the hell that is, we're just like, well, what's going on? Like, we don't know. Well, we get this quote from Michael Chu on the official forums, and this is what he says. We're all excited to continue to explore the world of Overwatch and are hard at work creating new story content for the year, which should hopefully start to roll out in the very near future. Stay tuned. Now, that doesn't actually say anything revolutionary, does it? It's just like, oh yeah, we're working on new stuff and it will roll out in the future. Thanks, guys. But why even post that on the forums? Why even say that if they've got no intention of actually releasing stuff imminently? So that got me thinking, they must be about to do something. Something has to happen. But what is going to happen? Like, we don't know. So we need to speculate. And the best place to start with speculation is to start speculating on what we actually know. Well, we know that Zarya's voice actor has been recording new lines. Now, voice actors record new lines all of the time, but why would she be recording voice lines? Well, probably for some sort of cinematic which follows on from the Sombra cinematic, maybe, or it could be for any number of other things, but you know, maybe that's what that indicates. We don't know. We also know that Lucio's voice actor has been doing extra work. However, we know now that Lucio is a new character in Heroes of the Storm, and in the trailer for Lucio in Heroes of the Storm, he says a couple of new lines.
What do we have here? Let's get this promo tour started. Oh yeah, Lucio in the house.
Yeah, like, that's probably why he was there doing voice lines. However, he could have been there for other reasons, and this is what we're going to go into now in this video. Wild speculation, which we're going to look back on and say, were we actually close to predicting what's going to happen, or were we miles away from the mark? So we know Terry Crews visited Blizzard HQ. And so everybody was like, oh my god, he must be voice acting Doomfist, right? We know Doomfist is an African guy, and there's been 3 of them in the past, right? So Doomfist isn't one person. Whoever's got the gauntlet is the Doomfist, and whatever they decide to do with the Doomfist is how they're remembered. So you've got like the Scourge and the Saviour and all of that stuff. So what was he doing? Maybe he's just a fan of Blizzard? Well, actually, there was a video on Yahoo Esports recently.
Doomfist should do his own dirty work. I'm Doomfist. Get ready to hurt!
Where they got him to do a mock sort of trial for the Doomfist voice acting, and honestly that probably confirms that he's not the voice actor for Doomfist. It confirms either one of two things: that Doomfist isn't actually in development right now, or they're not using him as the voice actor, because there's no way a voice actor would be doing voice work showing off a character that would be under NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, so the actor could not actually talk about that character. So that to me is kind of proof that he's nothing really to do with Doomfist. Not yet anyway. That's if Doomfist is even being worked on. I mean, he might be in the future. Who actually knows? I mean, we don't know. Another thing as well with Doomfist is I think he's African. So to have an African American voice him might be a bit different. Well, not different. Well, might be just flat out wrong, to be honest, because you're going to get the American accent, which I don't think is what they want. I think, to be honest, Doomfist is going to be more of a like a Black Panther character, you know, from the Avengers Civil War thing, or was it Captain America Civil War? I don't know. But the Black Panther guy, I think that's what Doomfist is going to be, like that type of accent, if he's African.
The mantle passed from warrior to warrior.
Right, let's go crazy. Let's go crazy anyway. So, we know the Doomfist Gauntlet is located in Numbani. We know that Lucio is getting a cinematic. And we know that Lucio is also appearing in Numbani because of the massive posters everywhere. We also know that Blizzard like to leave little teasers on their maps pointing to future content, such as the Winston Yeti drawing, which is on Eco Point Antarctica, which pointed to the, you know, the whole, oh, he's going to get a Yeti skin for Winter Wonderland. And even the Winter Wonderland skins, the sprays of the little baubles, which you could put on the Christmas tree, some of those were actually skins that were going to be released for the Year of the Rooster. So they, again, sort of teased us with content that's right in our face, like, haha, this is going to be new content, but you're not going to know. And then suddenly, oh yeah, it's out. Blizzard like to do that all of the time, and they do that in a lot of their games as well. So it is like, maybe Lucio's cinematic is based in Numbani, and what else is based in Numbani? Well, so is Doomfist Gauntlet. So what could happen? Well, Lucio's doing a big performance at Numbani. Doomfist breaks into the museum, steals the gauntlet, or, well, the new Doomfist does. This could make for a pretty fun cinematic, I think, with like a lot of action, fighting scenes, and maybe other Overwatch heroes come in to try and stop him. Winston, we know he likes to protect the old gauntlet, so does Tracer. Maybe Widowmaker's helping, Widowmaker and Reaper are helping Doomfist get the gauntlet or something. Who knows? It could be ridiculous. And maybe right at the end of the cinematic, Doomfist, like, we don't see him throughout the whole cinematic, and then suddenly he gets the gauntlet, and then he's revealed, and then he says something to the camera, kind of like Sombra did, and then it fades away, and the Overwatch logo comes up. I'm Doomfist, get ready to hurt, as somebody once said. Or maybe, and now this is where I'm going to go crazy, because I like going crazy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go off on a mad tangent. This is honestly something I really want to see happen more than anything. Maybe Doomfist is introduced during the upcoming Lucio cinematic, which is set in Numbani, which again is speculation. Then we have to take part in the first in-game, lore-specific seasonal event to unlock him. This is what I have always wanted to see. I like seasonal events based on real world events, but I would like seasonal events based on Overwatch stuff, things that happen in the game that progress the story of the game. That to me is the holy grail, and if they're not working on this, Blizzard, hire me, because we need to start working on this, because that is going to be absolutely beautiful if that ever happens, which I really want this to happen, like PvE style content which we all work towards to unlock stuff. Think about it, this could be done in the form of a PvE event in which players are tasked with completing maybe objectives to build up resource meters, which are then used to engage Doomfist in some sort of form. I mean, I don't know the details of this because I don't know what Doomfist is, but imagine that. Well, once you defeat him, then he becomes playable. That could be amazing. Like maybe he's some sort of like raid boss, you have to take him down. I don't know. Insane. I mean, if you think about it, they've done similar things in World of Warcraft with this. I remember back in Vanilla where you had the whole like war effort to unlock the raid in that zone. I've now forgot the name of. I can't pronounce it. Was it Kruzari, whatever? You guys know. I had the old god. You know, you had to do the big war effort. Maybe a thing like that, like a regional war effort on Overwatch. Like so, EU region, NA, ANZ, and then the bloody Korean regions and the other regions. Like that would be so awesome. That would be amazing. I think that'd be a really like engaging and fun way to introduce a hero than just like an ARG. Like if there's something we actually have to do in the game to unlock the hero, that would be absolutely awesome. See, the thing with Overwatch is, it is an amazing PvP, multiplayer arena shooter. That's what Overwatch is. It's the best on the market. It's awesome. But it can be so much more, can't it? And I really want this PvE stuff. Like, I really, like, in the future of Overwatch, what I want to see is being able to play Overwatch purely PvE. Imagine that. Imagine how ridiculous that would be. Like, doing dungeons. Like, oh my god. It could be, oh, that would just be, it would be phenomenal if we could do things like that within Overwatch. But I want to see, though, and maybe, like, I am going a bit too far ahead of myself here, but I really would like to see whatever the new hero is be tied to an in-game event where we actually have to do something as a player base to unlock the hero. I think that would just be an absolutely phenomenal way to introduce. I just, like, honestly, I can't think of a better way to bring a new hero into the game. Like, when we look at the Sombra ARG, it was fun because Sombra was a hacker, and it makes sense. It fits her MO. It's like, oh yeah, she's a hacker. Oh, let's sort of follow this fake hacking ARG, and it's great. But it wasn't really that fun to do. Like, there wasn't really anything the players could do. It was fun for me because I'd get into it and I'd make videos on it and all of you guys would watch it and it'd be awesome. But I want to do something in the game. Like, I want to be part of, like, Overwatch. You know, I know Overwatch is disbanded, but to be able to do something like that in the game would be awesome, because we right now, like I said, it's just like two teams of 6 that fight against each other for really no point, right? It's just like, let's just go and kill each other. It doesn't really make much sense, really. Overwatch doesn't in the sense of it. So it does need more lore and more story development, and that's what we need. And it's been a very long time since we've had anything new. Like I said, it's been since the start of November since we got, like, anything about Sombra. So what we need to know is we need to know what's going on with Zarya and Volskaya and Sombra. We need to know where the new hero is. We need to know what the next cinematic is. So please, Blizz, give us all of this wonderful magic. So guys, what do you think? Like, where do you think this is going to go? I think it is pretty strange that we've literally heard nothing regarding any major content for a while. Yes, we have heard about Year of the Rooster. Yes, we have heard about Winter Wonderland. But I'm talking about major content, not just updates for seasonal events. I want in-game seasonal events. I want new heroes. I want major lore developments. That's what I want, guys, and we need it. So go wild in the comments below, and we can look back at this video and see just how close we actually got to predicting what was going to happen next in Overwatch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you like the video, then like the video. Follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, which is the best place if you want to send me any kind of questions or anything, because I'll probably see that faster than I will in the YouTube comments. But make sure you do comment on the video below as well, because that is a beautiful thing to do. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it, and I will catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.